get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the New Orleans Saints. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
2nd and 5 now. Wilson, rush coming, and he's taken down. Pete Werner brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Here's Wilson to throw. Flushed out right. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Play fake. Winston. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11. The completion there for Winston. And Jameis, of course, kind of such a boom or bust proposition at the quarterback position. He can light you up or he can give games away. So defensively, what's the mindset with a quarterback like that?
For me, it's playing more coverage than it is blitzing him, because I think that he has so much confidence in his arm. He may take an extra chance or two, and if you have enough guys downfield, you get those tip balls, or you're able to make a play on the football at the point where the ball gets to the receiver, then you've got a chance to make some good plays against Jameis.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jameis to throw it. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, is so-called unnamed sources that were saying All is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They run it with Carson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They go play action now. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Well, you normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into Danger Russ.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Here's Winston. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now on 2nd and 13. Winston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. To throw, Winston.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Now Winston. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
He'll find Metcalf.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On second down, it's Carson. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. This is Carson. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Get it!
Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Now Carson fumbles the football, and this is picked up by the Saints. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down.
They'll begin the drive with Carson. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a 1st down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try the left side. Carson. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. Back deep, Deontay Harris. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Working out of the gun, Winston.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on second down. Winston trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. To throw is Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Here's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd down and goal. Wilson eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing again here. Wilson. Flush to his right. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
Jason Myers on for the field goal of 19 yards.
Myers' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point in the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They run it again with Kamara. 52 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On play action, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Here's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Wilson to Metcalf that time. 1st down, Seattle.
4 yards. That's good for a Seahawks. 1st down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Play action. Now Wilson. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, normally you see three tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now it's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Second down and 5.
They go play action with Wilson.
And that's going to be caught, Dwayne Eskridge.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 12-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10.
Again, Wilson.
And once again, it's Eskridge.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They'll come up now on second and a yard. They get it to Eskridge here on the jet sweep.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. They go backwards there 2 yards, and second and 1 is now third and 3.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
Wilson gets rid of it quickly. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Wilson able to hook up with Eskridge, first down Seattle.
Well, you have to be aware defensively that you've got 2 goals because obviously you're trying to prevent the touchdown, but you're also trying to keep it from getting a first down as well. That time they weren't up to the task, and it's first and goal.
They'll try to run with Carson, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. Fighting to stay on his feet past midfield. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Second down, and it's Kamara again.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Winston. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Winston.
That's complete to Troutman, right side.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Winston. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. To the air again with Winston. His throw incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game.
Here's 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
Yeah, this defense as a whole has really been flying to the football all game long. They have not allowed too much of anything, and here's another example. A great play there to get in and disrupt it before it could get going.
And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour.
third down, Winston. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw caught here by Metcalf. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Now Wilson on first down. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 41. Wilson. Pressure comes and Wilson's going to go down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on fourth. It would be 58 yards from here. Play action. It's Wilson. He'll find Eskridge here complete. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. Gerald Everett, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
7 yards to pick up there.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Play action now, Winston. Flushed out right. And Winston lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yeah, the opportunity squashed.
Quickly out wide to Eskridge.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
57 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
No time to shine. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Well, they'll run the jet sweep with Atwell.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Brings him 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Rolling to his right. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead now up to 14.
Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
One last shot now for Winston. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
So the victory here for Seattle. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.